So here I'm at a school, first grade, and here's something I didn't take into account. They have little bitty furniture for little bitty people. They have little bitty toilets for little bitty people. And you'd think that'd be okay with them. Like, you know, if they're short and the toilet is short, you'd think they'd make it in, but they don't. You walk into a boys' restroom at an elementary, start slipping and sliding because that's what's going to happen. It is absolutely horrible. There's DNA everywhere. And I had to go number 2, and I'm like, well, okay. My pants are going to turn into waders, I guess. And they're like, how would you do that? Well, you would lose your dignity. I was like, I lost my dignity a long time ago. When I had my first colonoscopy at 33. Everybody here has had a colonoscopy. Yes. And if you haven't, shame on you. Get that camera in there now. And everybody here knows about the prep and how horrible it is. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Y'all already know. But what I will tell y'all that I did not know is about the nurse at the end of that ride. There's a nurse that's just sitting in your room watching you, and she's waiting on you to fart. That's it, because you let all that stuff go before you get there, and they pump you full of air to let the camera in. I'm like, really? That's not. And then they're like, wait a second, we need that air back. And they want you to let that air back out before you leave the hospital. And here's my public service announcement. When you do a colonoscopy, do not wear white shorts. That wept Isaiah. Shortest verse in the Bible. I know it well. So, my kids know the Bible better than I do, man. I'm listening to the Bible on my stereo in the truck, and I'm listening, and it's James Earl Jones, which is hilarious when you really think about it. It's like Luke chapter 1, you know. My oldest, he was probably like, I don't know, 6-7 years old the first time I was playing that in the truck. And I'm just listening to the Bible on the stereo of the truck, and it's just James Earl Jones doing his thing. And he goes, Daddy, what's that? I said, it's the Bible. Well, who's saying it? So who do you think is saying it? It sounds like Darth Vader. I said, that's because it is Darth Vader. And I said, oh. We drove for like another 20-30 minutes before he popped up and goes, Dad, how did they get a Bible into space? This is the same kid that when you're driving around, he sees that massive cross that they put out there with the FAA lights so planes don't hit it, you know? He's like, wow, Jesus was really tall. Sorry, back to the white short story. The nurse is like, well, have you passed your gas? And I said, what? She goes, are you feeling gassy? And I'm like, man, I'm not going to fart in front of this woman. I don't even know who she is. I mean, I'll fart in front of my wife. That's what brothers do. We play Dutch oven all the time. She tries to get me back, but I got that CPAP, y'all, and it's like a snorkel. She can't get me. She covers my head, and that covers, you know? And I'm like, look at me, man, I got something. I'm breathing fresh, filtered air because the box is over there. And then she farted on the box, and I go, I let out my secret. So I lied to this woman, and she knew it. She goes, oh, you want me to get your white shorts for you? Because as empty as you think that you are not. There's still something in there. You know how I know? Because when I got up, that's when the body decided, hey, I have found an exit for this extra air. think that the body is like an old factory, you know, like a plant or something, and the brain is like the CEO, the CFO, the COO. Tongue is a stupid consultant that we hire for no apparent reason. We didn't know how to do this the right way. Like, bring all the hot food in my mouth now, you know? Meanwhile, the people that work in the sphincter are like, no, not again, we can't handle it. We're 50 years old and we haven't been updated. No, don't do it. Because the consultant, the tongue is like, well, it doesn't bother me. I can eat hot food, it doesn't bother me. And the people in the sphincter are like, yeah, but you only get one bite at a time. We get all the stuff at once. Except for the corn, they come whenever they want. Like, you're not the boss of me. I'm in the union. I can do what I want when I want. So I get up, man, and the people, the sphincter sold me out. They said, we see gaps. Everybody get that extra air and push it out now. Even the corn shut out. There was that much pressure. And it was moist. Right? Y'all are saying no, but I had to live it. I felt the same way. But my mom, my sister, we don't even know, wife. Our family tree is like a wreath, okay? Same person, different position. She thought it was a great idea to bring our child with us. And so there's my youngest child, and he saw what happened. My white shorts were no longer white in a certain area. Because when you heard the sound, it was like an airbrush. And my kid goes, that looks like a butterfly. My shorts had created a Rorschach design on the rear end. All I could do was try to run out of there. And my son like, watch it fly, watch it fly, watch it fly. So I lost my dignity a long time ago. So we're at school, and I go into the lunchroom, and they have these amazing tables that have little stools all integrated inside these fold-up tables. You have 8 stools per table, which is great for 8 little butts. But they want me to get down there and sit on one. Like, we saved a stool for you, Mr. Molavi. I'm like, that stool is the size of my shoe. I don't know how I'm going to sit on that thing, man. But I'm going to give it a try, because my kid invited me to do this, and this is a hero moment. I'm like, yeah, let's go do this, you know. So I start getting down there, and my knees are like, hey, alert, alert. We're not structurally sound to hold you up past a certain angle. That's about it. You go past, and that bridge is going to break. And I said, but I'm here for my son, you know. My nephew needs me. So I sit down, and the knees did not lie. Both of them snapped, and I hit that thing with so much force. 7 children went just flying across the room. Like little flies, like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. That sound of, we're gonna be first in line. We get all the chocolate milk. That's my favorite part, is that,